Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Lions going up against the Packers.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On first down, Downs to throw. Forced out to his left. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down, 8. They go with Abdullah again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
From the shotgun, here's Downs. Now he's forced out left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So we have to remember, this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball. leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Time running out here on the play clock. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man is Holmes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Lions pick it up. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They find some open field here. There's the flip. Amir Abdullah. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 9-6. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Shift together here from the D-line. And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 26. Working from the gun, Rodgers being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. Well, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They forced a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Second down following the run. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Touchdown, Packers. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Buying time to his left. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Again, it's Abdullah. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go.
To throw is down. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is fielded at the 7. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30. 10. Touchdown. Packers. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Gardner, you know the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had their coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Montgomery on the counter. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, Dobbs eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Dobbs steps away to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 1:57 to go in this 1st half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Back to throw Dobbs. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field. And really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got room. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. No, let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, that great field position. Now he's flushed out left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Nick Perry with a pick. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Being chased out left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On third down, Abdullah. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Pressure, he's brought down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Armstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Rodgers now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Holmes. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Rodgers to throw on second down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A handoff to Abdullah. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with third and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. Throwing. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Play clock winding down. Rodgers looking to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On third down, that's Montgomery. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Lions. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? We'll see what they decide to do.
Dobbs is throwing. Steps away to his left. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Dobbs now on second down. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big 30-yard play on third. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Dobbs to throw. Being chased out left. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and While that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And the Detroit Lions hit pay dirt. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and they end up getting sacked.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Rodgers now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Montgomery back to the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. You'd have to use timeouts. What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Rodgers now to throw. Fights him off. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Flushed out right. And some space here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Dobbs dancing to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. Touchdown, Lions. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
319.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll They'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They pitch it out to Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Packers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And some room to work. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw. Steps away to his left. There he goes inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Fresh set of downs here. He'll look to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. A gain of 6 there on first. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And Hill running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
You